Good evening, everybody. Welcome to AFR Under the Hood. I am your host, Steve Tower. Tonight, we are going to be taking Aviatrix 37 from Play Now back under the hood, and this will be our second flight. So we will have one change from the last session, and that's that our pilot survived the flight. We didn't make the trip around the world, but we did survive. So that means that we now have one experience. So at one point during the game, we're going to be able to use the blue 10-sided die in any time we would normally use a D6. So we'll be able to use that once, and if we survive this trip, then the next time we have a flight, we will get to use that twice. We will also, there was a couple of just minor things that I saw that I did wrong on the last video. First off, the landing rolls, not the rolls themselves, but marking it down on the flight sheet, I forgot to mark off that actually takes a 2-hour block of time. Once you've got to the airport and landed, you need to mark off a block of time. So I will be doing that, and then also the order that you do the refueling and repair. I did consult with Keith on this. A question came up on the Facebook community and someone mentioned my video on it, and so I actually went back and looked, and it does spell out in the rule book that you should do repairs first and then fuel second. Keith said that it's probably not a big deal, but that was the way it was intended, to do the repairs first and then you fuel up right before you take off. So we'll be having those changes in the show tonight, and I promise that I will try to not make any multiplication errors as well. But those were just my errors, though they weren't me playing the game wrong. So with that, sit back, relax, grab a cold beverage, and let's play some Aviatrix 37 and see if we can make it around the world, this time on our second trip. All right, so thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you joining the channel here. Hopefully this should be a fun show tonight, and we'll see if we can make it around the world. Let me just get my chat room up here on my iPad, and then we'll be all set to go. I thought that I had it up, but now it went away. All right. Well, here, let me get that up. All right, so we're starting at Oakland Air Base, and that's where we'll be ending, hopefully, as well. We are going to use our Lockheed Electra again. This is the default plane. There actually are 3 other planes that you can use in the game, but I think I'm going to use this one. So we'll mark off here on our flight log that we are at Oakland and ready to take off. We've got our 5 fuel dice, and let me just get, there we go. Okay, now we are all set, so here we go. Let's get the game underway. All right, so we will roll for our takeoff, and as long as we don't get a 5 or a 6, we'll be okay. And if we get a 6, well, we'll still be okay. We'll just be able to move 2 though. So here we go. Our flight is underway. 2 gets us out of the low flying dangers, and now we're down to 4 fuel dice. Move along here. Our in-flight roll of 2. We'll just skim across here. Would like to make it to New Orleans for this part of the journey, but so far we're slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. All right, so there is another 6. So in flight, again, that is, we can either just take 2 or we can move 6 and then have to roll a in-flight damage roll. And I'm thinking, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Well, we could move up here and then get to re-roll the die. We would still have to roll for a damage. Well, let's see. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move 4. I'll put that in parentheses to show that that's not what I rolled. Welcome everybody who's joined in. Fred is here. Welcome aboard, Fred. Dale. All right, awesome. Welcome, everybody. So glad to see you in here. All right, so now I have to roll for my in-flight damage. And let's see. Oh, we took a little damage on our wing flap. So 1 point of damage. So we'll have the 1 damage card up. But we do get to re-roll that dice as we are, or that die, because also, let's see what happens. Oh, and we roll another 6. All right. Well, we're not going to chance it. We'll just move, well, let's see. Yeah, we'll move ahead 2. All right, now we're down to 2 dice, and now we might need to land in Tucson, but let's see. Maybe we'll get a good roll here. Could use like a 4, and we got a 3. All right, yeah, so we're going to have to go back a little bit, and we'll go 1, 2, 3. That gets us to Tucson. And let's see now for our landing. So now we need to roll a 2, 3, or 4 to not take damage. And we got 3. All right, so we will land. And here we are in beautiful Tucson, Arizona. All right, so now out of fuel, we do need to repair first, though. We have 1 point of damage. Tucson is a repair level 4, so that means for each point of damage, we'll roll a die, multiply it by 4, and that's how many blocks of time, how many blocks of 2 hours it'll take to repair. So we get that damage on the wing flap, and that is going to take 20 blocks of time. All right, so here is our repair. All right, so whoop. My mechanical pencil is giving me a problem here. There we go. All right, so there is 6 points repair. There's 12. There's 18 and 19, 20. All right, so we've got a fully repaired plane now. And now we will refuel. We'll just do a normal fueling. And we get 3, and that's a normal fuel up. So we'll just mark down 1 block of time. And we have our 5 fuel dice back. And we won't need to rest because the repair rolls will count. It's assumed that you're resting during that. So when we come to the health check here, we will have rested prior to that. So, all right, so we're ready to take off from Tucson. The trip continues, and we get a takeoff roll of 2. So that will get us out of the low clouds, and the trip continues. Let's see, there we go. There's a good 4 roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're almost off the first postcard of our trip. And this time we get a 5. So let's see. This will move us into our next one. That get us up here. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, yeah, we'll do that. We'll move the full 5, but that will get us to an airspace, so we'll get to reuse this die. However, we do have to roll for potential in-flight damage. And we got a 5, so some engine damage for pushing it there between New Orleans and Miami. And we have 1 point of damage again. But we do get to re-roll this die. And let's see what we get. We get a 3. So 1, 2, 3. We will pass the health check because we had a repair here. So we were sleeping during that, so we're all set. Okay, so now we just need a 2 to get into Miami International. And we got a 4, so no problems getting to Miami. And now let's roll for the landing. So again, a 2, 3, or 4, we need to get a nice soft landing. Oh, we got a 5. All right, so we will take potentially another point of damage. All right, so let's see, we landed in Miami. And now let's roll on the landing damage roll. And oh no, we got a 6. Uh-oh. Oh boy, and we got a 5. So our boy, the landing gear, the rudder, and the wing. So we're actually going to take 2 more points of damage. So we have 3 damage now. So looks like we'll be spending some extra time in Miami. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's see. We're just at the end of day 3, so not too bad so far. All right. So we got 3 points of damage. First point of damage. Let's see. Miami is another 4-point airport for repairs. So the first point of damage is going to take 16 blocks of time. So there's 3, 9, 15, and 16. So that gets us to 2 damage. Now we'll repair the next point of damage. Oh, that one's only going to take 4. All right. That was a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And down to 1 point. And, oh, no. All right, well, that one's going to take 24 blocks of time. Oh, my. All right. So there is 7, 13, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Yikes. Okay, yes. I definitely have a nice tan now. Hanging out in South Beach. So let's refuel, and I think I will take on the extra fuel for this part of the journey. And oh boy, we've got another uh-oh roll. Let's see. Hopefully this is, let's see. Oh no, there's another, let's see, an engine or electrical issue discovered while fueling. So we fuel up. We'll mark off the extra one for the extra fuel, but then we take a point of damage. Oh. Man, the mechanics did something while they were refueling. All right, I guess we're going to repair that before we take off. Maybe I'll get lucky. All right, well, so it's going to take another 16 blocks of time. Darn it all. Let's see. So there's 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Well, and then we got a little bonus time. Yeah, I bought a lemon. I guess so. All right. So, but we do have 6 fuel dice now. So we're going to try to push right past San Juan and get to the next card. All right, so here we go. It's time to take off, and we get a 5. Ah, darn. All right, well, that's why we got the extra dice. We'll just take the 2. We don't want to push it right away on this long one. So we're up in the air, out of the clouds, and we get another 2. You know what? I'm just going to move 1, though, so I can hit that airspace. Let's see. And then I'll get to re-roll that die. All right, well, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna take the 5 value, but I'm just gonna move 4 to get to that airspace, and then hope that I don't get damage. All right, let's see. It's time for me to get lucky. Oh darn! A little damage to the tail. So we're at 1 point of damage. We do get to re-roll this die. Whoa. All right, we got a 6, so we'll just take the 2. But that will get us into the next postcard of our map. All right, let's see. Cross says, dang, now I gotta buy this. Well, Thanks, Cross. Fred, that's I appreciate you watching. Glad to have you back here with us in the chat room. Yeah, this is really a fantastic game, really fun, and it came out at a very opportune time while we have all this free time on our hands right now. All right, so here we go. Down in beautiful South America. Let's see if we can. It'd be great if we could make it all the way to Fortaleza. We're gonna need a couple of lucky rolls though. So I roll a 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, you know what? I'm gonna push it again. Get me to that spot. And I will get to re-roll that die, but we have to re-roll for the flight damage. Come on, I'm due for a 1 or a 2 on these. No, it's another damage to the tail. Uh-oh. Well, it might be an interesting landing in Fortaleza. All right, flight continues. We get a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming in on approach. And we get a 6. All right, so I'm just going to use that for a value of 2. Let's see. In a health check, I can go back 8 to that final repair, so that'll count for resting. Okay, so here we are. We just need. Oh, actually, we need a 3 because right now we have 2 damage, so a 1 or a 2 in flight gives us 0 movement. I wonder if this would be a good time to use our experience roll. Oh no, I think I'm gonna save it because I do still have an extra die, and then, well, I guess if I miss this, then I could use it for the crash landing. But all right, here we go. Oh no! Oh, it was on a 4 and then it darn. All right, so yeah, so when you have 2 damage, an in-flight roll of 2 is 0. Oh boy. So all right, yeah, I'm gonna use my 1 experience roll. So how the experience roll works is a 1 through 6 is whatever value it is you roll, but anything above that you can make it count for whatever you want. And oh my god, and I rolled a 1. Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna have to ditch. Wow, that was awful. I'm gonna have to ditch, and I'm gonna have to ditch over water. Well, this might be a I think this is gonna be a short show. All right, so here we go. We have to ditch over water because that's the closest color. And let's see. No, the plane is lost and the pilot is rescued if he's carrying a life raft and supplies, which we're not. So otherwise, I'm afraid I have some bad news, and our pilot has fallen into the ocean over Fortaleza. Oh no. And that is the end of our flight. We made it through 8.5 days of the flight. Oh no. And yes, lost at sea. Oh boy. Well, so there you have it, guys. Wow. Oh well. You know what? It's definitely a very challenging game. And out of all the times that I've played it so far, I've only made it through once, all the way to the end. So luck is with you sometimes. Now, you know, you could say like here that I shouldn't have pushed it twice. When I was over here, I could have landed in Panama, or is that Panama? PRM? I didn't have my cheat sheet here with the city codes. PRM. Oh no, sorry, that's a Paramaribo. I could have landed there. It's not as good an airport to repair, but we thought we'd push it, And oh well. But there you go. So that's a wrap. An early wrap. I guess I'll get to bed early tonight for our second flight with Aviatrix 37. So thanks guys for tuning in. Sorry it was a much quicker show tonight than I was planning, but maybe we'll have to bring this back on the table in the future and see if we can make it, and we'll be starting with a brand new pilot because unfortunately we had to bury our captain at sea. So there you go guys. If you are interested in this game, there is a link in the show notes. You can head on over to the Play Now site and check it out. It's actually available as a free download right now through May 1st, free PDF download, or you can pick up the printed version, which I showed here tonight. So that's going to be all for now, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, stay at home, play games, stay safe, and I will see you after further review. Have a good night, everybody.